On January 15th, 2015, Dutch extreme athlete Wim Hof climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in a record-breaking time of 31 hours and 25 minutes, wearing nothing but boots and shorts. But this is just one of Hof's many mind-boggling achievements. Hof's extreme feats have earned him a cult-like following of people who practice his Wim Hof Method, a combination of breathing exercises and regular cold exposure, which he claims is the key to his ability to conquer these extreme challenges. These days, ice baths and the Wim Hof Method have exploded in popularity. There are literally thousands of videos online of people taking ice baths, from the average Joe to, well, Joe Rogan. But is there any truth to the Wim Hof Method? Or in a world full of fake gurus and idiotic trends, is this just another one to add to the list? To find out, I set out to try it for myself.
Oh my gosh.
Humans have been documenting the effects of varying temperatures of water on the human body for thousands of years. From the writings of Hippocrates and Plato in the times of the ancient Greeks, to the questionable use of cold water to sedate patients in the asylums of the 20th century. However, it has only been fairly recently that advancements in neuroscience and our understanding of human physiology has given us a more solid understanding of what is actually happening when we enter cold water. One non-negotiable effect is the activation of the body's stress response and the release of corresponding hormones such as adrenaline. While this might sound like something you would want to avoid, triggering the body's stress response has been linked to a reduction in inflammation throughout the body, leading to less aches and pains as well as activating the immune system. Exposing yourself to cold water also triggers the release of dopamine. Higher levels of dopamine have been linked to increased feelings of happiness, motivation, and focus. Up until this point, I had been starting my showers off warm and then turning them completely cold for the last few minutes. This was easy mode when it comes to cold showers, and if I was going to take my first ice bath in 7 days like I had planned, it was time to get serious. Now, as I mentioned earlier, not only was I actively seeking out hypothermia, but I also wanted to find out what all the fuss was about these breathing exercises. I've got to admit, this is probably the easiest part to be skeptical about. It looks and feels ridiculous. But after some digging, I actually found some pretty impressive studies supporting its effectiveness. In one such study, 2 groups were brought in. One practiced mindful meditation, while the other practiced Wim Hof style breathing. Both groups were injected with E. coli. The group that practiced meditation experienced diarrhea, vomiting, and fever, while the group that practiced Wim Hof style breathing only felt sluggish but did not experience any of the other symptoms. Breathing in this way triggers your body's stress response and in turn essentially switches on the immune system while training your mind to remain calm while your body is in a state of stress. And with that knowledge, it starts to become much clearer how Wim Hof is able to accomplish these seemingly impossible challenges. All his training focuses on top-down control, the mind remaining calm while the body is in a state of stress. Now it was time to test my own top-down control.
Stupidly cold. Be a YouTuber, they said. Oh my gosh. Oh, we might have filled it up, didn't we? Oh, holy moly.
After the initial shock subsided, it oddly became almost enjoyable, and I ended up staying in for 7 minutes. I have 8 plates and 16 screws in my left foot and ankle after a pretty bad motorcycle accident, and in the 4 months that I practiced the Wim Hof Method, for the first time my pain level dropped to almost nothing. I can honestly say that this is the best it has ever been, and that alone is more than worth the discomfort. The reduced stress, improved focus, and complete absence of my previous low back pain is just icing on the cake. And this whole experience has reminded me to challenge my own skepticism once in a while. So, do I think ice baths and the Wim Hof Method are just another stupid trend? Well, I think the answer's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you're probably not going to find a faster way to wake up than that.